Hello, everybody. Welcome to Extreme Anime Radio's Flying with the Sarahs. It is July the 6th, 2021. There's my first mistake. We thank you for joining us here on Hatsune Miku Airlines, apparently, as you can see from the plane here. Before I describe what's going on, let me introduce everybody that is on the chat with us tonight. First, we have, as per usual, Mr. NefCanuck.
Good evening.
We also have ShinigamiLiz.
Hello, hello.
And then we have some of the cosplayers and helpers and soon-to-be cosplayers of our mascot, Sarah Yoshida. First, we have Shoujo no Umi. Hello, Umi.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome. And then from England, south of England, Kessho-Cho cosplays back with us again. Hello.
Hello.
And all the way up in Scotland, where it's the same time of the morning as where Kessho-Cho is, one of Capelia Cosplay's buddies, Caleb. Hello, Caleb. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Appreciate you joining us here tonight, this morning. I'm glad we're able to pick a time that suited everybody. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, this is going to be the last stream that I do from this computer before I move up north for my summer job. And since I can't carry this computer or flight simulator along with me unless I was really, really, really insane, I figure we'll just do a little something here tonight. The plane that you see here in Microsoft Flight Simulator is the Hatsune Miku jet, and it is a skin of the A320. No, I'm going to see it here. Yes, and it's done by PacmanPilot. He gave us his permission in an earlier, a long time ago, that we could use his reskin for our stream. So we really appreciate PacmanPilot allowing us to do that. This is the Flybywire A32NX, which is an updated version of the A320neo. And we are at Tokyo, Japan. We are at the place we all dream to be or be again one day. We're here. We're going to take a reasonably short flight to Osaka. It will just take a little bit under an hour. And it's a real-world domestic flight path that you'll find among domestic airlines in Japan. This actually competes with the bullet train, which sort of takes the same amount of time considering taking the bullet train from Tokyo to Osaka compared to going out to the airport, going through security, waiting for the plane, getting on the plane, flying, getting your luggage, and taking the whatever public transportation back to the center of the city. It takes the same amount of time, basically. So I have everything mostly set. I wish I could play some boarding music for you guys, but that might violate some copyrights on Twitch, so I don't want to go in that direction. But as I'm getting my my last bit of preparation all set, Caleb, this is your first time joining us here on an Extreme Anime Radio stream. I know you helped us out last year with the Ballet Cosplay Safety Podcast, which we really appreciate. So I was wondering if you could just quickly introduce yourself to everybody.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Caleb, or Astro Cosplay, and I'm going to be cosplaying Sarah at some point soon. I have all of my stuff sorted for it, so that'll happen. I've already forgotten what I've said, but I'm from Scotland. I don't know if I'd already said that.
You did, and I really appreciate you. I really appreciate your help over the last year, especially during all the situation going on in the world. With your help with so many of the Sarah art projects as well, they help collaborate with some ideas. What were some of the ideas that you've done? You've done the Cinderella, and there were a few others, weren't there?
Yeah, there was a fair few of the art things that you asked for some thoughts on and stuff. I feel like the Mary Poppins one was one of them.
Oh yes, the Mary Poppins one, exactly. And
yeah.
So yes, I really appreciate your help. I'm looking forward to working with you, Caleb. Really so much.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Let's see. I'm going to get the final preparations here. We're going to lock the cockpit door because we don't want anybody busting into the cockpit here. We're going to turn on the transponder. Kessho-Cho, what is new in your neck of the woods? You've been busy on Twitch lately, haven't you?
Yeah. I actually finished up streaming about an hour and a half ago myself.
Oh wow, cool. Doing a lot more arting?
Tonight we actually did a bit of a OC character creation stream where I asked all the people in my chat room and my followers to give me random aspects of a character, like hair length, hair color, what species they are, to sort of like create a random character. And we're currently making this sort of galaxy alien bionic floaty lady. I don't know what to call it yet.
Oh boy, sounds like a Dungeons and Dragons character.
It might well be.
Well, I
But
think
yeah, no, streaming life is very fun at the minute.
What's that?
Streaming life is very fun at the minute.
Oh yeah. Umi, what have you been up to lately?
I just did some gardening the other day for many hours, and I'm very happy with the outcome. It's been raining like crazy for about almost 3 months straight. And so just weeds have been popping up everywhere. So finally was able to get out and clear all that away. And I've got a cactus that one of my friends gave me, and I'm going to repot that and add it to my collection.
Oh boy, I'm really jealous and envious of your garden, Umi. You post a lot of those pictures all the time, yeah.
I do. I really love sharing my garden. My moonflower vine is starting to just go off, and it's starting to go all over the fence and everything. I can't wait for it to bloom. It's gonna be great.
Nice. Well, the bit of nature that's happened in my neck of the woods today is that we just had a very nasty thunderstorm blow through my neighborhood a couple of hours ago. And the private school that is across the street from where I live, inside there are a couple of large oak trees, and one of them was toppled in the field.
Oh my goodness!
Oh no!
And
was it an old one?
I think so. I remember seeing that there since I've been living. So.
Oh no!
We had a number of youths playing soccer, and I think when the thunderstorm warning came through, they evacuated, so they got out of there in the nick of time, thank goodness. All right, so let me see here. I don't know if you guys can you guys see the map here that I've pulled up?
Yep.
Okay. So let me switch this to the world map. So this will give you an idea of the flight route. So we're starting here. This is center Tokyo up here. And here the airport is Haneda. So we're going to be taking off. We're going to hook around Tokyo Bay. Not too far off from Yokohama. I know Umi wanted me to try to buzz Yokohama. So
we can go to the pier.
Yeah, right. So then the flight's going to take us, let's see, to the peninsula, Izu Peninsula here. And then around the southern coast. We will then go over, I think this is Ise Bay, Nagoya. Around here is when we'll descend, and then we'll be descending over the mountains, and our final destination is this airport over here, which is Itami Airport. And like I said, it'll take about 50 minutes today. I'm just going to review the departure chart here. So flight simulator buffs will subscribe to this service, and these are real-life aeronautical charts. So it will tell you how to fly the departure And when we get close to the airport, it'll actually tell you how to fly the approach. So this tells me here we're going to be, let's see, 34 right is the runway. So it's going to be taking off here. We'll be hooking off over here. And our initial altitude will be at or above 5,000 feet. So we're going to stop our climb at 5,000 feet and then climb up from there. Okay. So I have already programmed the plane. What we really have to do now is push back and start up the engines. So we will do that right now. I'm going to go outside. We are going to take away the jetway. Goodbye, jetway. The door is closed. And we're going to hook up the tug. So the tug gets hooked up. I'm going to turn off the ground power. We are now running on what's called the auxiliary power unit. And yes, taking this flight, this is actually, if COVID didn't hit, if I went to Japan, on the, as scheduled, I would have probably taken some of these domestic flights because that's something I've kind of been a little curious about, even though I've sworn by the train on all 4 of my trips, basically. So, all right. So let's see here. I've got a little
Needing
bit.
to mix it up sometimes.
I do. I have to take a plane. I got to take a bus. Okay. I've told the people I have to watch out for this big plane that's sitting behind us here, so we don't crash into it. So, all right. So let's see if I can get this up and running here. We're gonna start the pushback, and let me make sure. Okay, yeah, I have control here. I have a joystick which I will use to control the pushback, and hopefully we won't crash into anything. I think we're looking okay so far. If I wanted,
try not to crash before you take off.
yeah, exactly.
But if you're going to crash, it's probably better to do it before you take off.
Oh yeah,
close to the ambulances, etc. Right?
Wow, you guys are really making me feel at home tonight. Oh my.
I mean, you're already doing better than me.
You didn't say which home, JR.
What'd you say, Nev?
You didn't say which home.
Oh. What'd you say, Caleb?
I was just saying you're already doing better than me. I can't do a single thing on Flight Simulator, so good job.
It's something that, we mentioned Microsoft Flight Simulator 4 before we started, and that was the first flight simulator I grew up with, but nothing as fancy as this particular one now. Alright, so this will have to do. Alright, hold. Parking brake is set. And we're going to leave this, the tug connected until we start the engines, just in case something happens. Alright, so engine startup procedure. Fuel pumps on, and the beacon's on, and the APUs are on. We're going to go ahead and start the engine. Engine mode selector to start, and we start with engine number 2. So now engine number 2 is going to start up, which is the right engine. Right as if we're facing forward. And eventually you're going to see this engine puff up the light. There it goes. I've kept the volume here a little low so we can chat during the flight. But it really is nice to have this little add-on here and to experience the real A320.
Why do you only need the right engine when you start?
That's a good question. There are different procedures that vary by airline. I think, and for some reason, you start the right engine first.
Okay.
You could alternately start both engines, or you can start the left and then the right. Let me see here. We're waiting for the availability. There it is. And now we can start the left engine. And we'll see here that there are different fan blades in each of the engines. So the N2 starts up first, and then once the N2 catches the fuel, the N1 will start. And then once the N1 fires up, we will get the EGT, which is the temperature of the engine, and that'll fire up, indicating that we have a good start. Looks like it's firing up now.
Airplanes are complicated.
Well, these add-ons are really, you know, built for the realism and whatnot.
I mean, it's working. It looks amazing.
Alright, this one's almost started. We can go ahead and say goodbye to the tug. So we're going to end the pushback there.
Bye, Tug.
Oh, and it goes away as opposed to just disappearing. I mean,
There you go,
the
yeah.
old version of Microsoft, it would just go poof.
Yeah. Okay, so that's away. And that engine's available. Everything seems to be good. We don't need the APU anymore, so the bleed's going to come off. Master switch is going to come off. Nav's on. Taxi light's on. And we're good in that area there. Okie dokie.
There's
All right.
so many buttons.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, how do you know what to press? There's like
That's
20,000 buttons
So
here.
much going on there.
I'm like going, I get behind the wheel of my car, I push the button, and it goes. That's all
I
I
can't drive either, so
Driving is inherently much, much easier than this, I promise.
yeah, I just never learned to drive yet. So
Oh, really?
yeah, it's fine. I have a bus pass instead.
Nice.
I remember those days taking public transportation to and from
Yep.
my summer work at the baseball diamond in Coney Island. All right, let me call up the taxi map so I know where I'm going. I'm gonna go over here, and I want to go to the charts. Will this let me do this? Yeah, here we go. Where are you? Airport info. I think this is it. There we go. All right, so here we are, and we have to get to this runway here, which is 3-4 right. So I think, yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward actually. As soon as I navigate this turn around this plane, it's pretty much a straight shot. All right, we're ready to taxi. We're clear on the left. We're clear on the right. Release the parking brake. And away we
I find
go.
it hilarious that an airplane has a parking brake, by the way. That just sounds like...
Oh, don't forget to put the brake on or you'll roll down the hill.
Right, like it's a whole airplane and it has one parking brake. Like, that's the thing that's saving us.
Well, to be fair, I mean, most modern cars, it's basically an electronic wire now. It's not even a physical cable. It's just like an electronic signal that goes, you have a parking brake. No, you don't. Yes, you do. No, you don't. Ugh.
And this
Oh my goodness. Okay,
That's-
now, that just makes everything worse.
Mhm.
well, this is a fly-by-wire. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, the parking brake I think is also electrical. So yeah.
I don't know if I can look at airplane safety the same.
I always look at it as the simple thing. You're basically flying a pressurized tube in a pressurized tube.
Just stop
Canes.
talking. Stop talking. No, just there.
I'm not scared of flying, but I might be by the end of this.
Right?
Well, I'll say this. This is a nice, smooth flight with a nice, soft takeoff and landing.
Oh, we hope so.
Yes, perfect.
And it's a
That's
nice
what we
looking
hear.
plane. The plane looks nice too.
And the plane looks nice. I will say this because I flew in to Zurich on occasion. Zurich, Switzerland is an airport surrounded by mountains.
Ooh.
You learn very quickly when they say strap in and hold on as we, make our final approach, you do what the captain tells you.
Oh god.
Whose idea was it to build the airport in the middle of the mountains? That sounds like a terrible idea.
Well, unfortunately, Switzerland is basically surrounded by mountains, and
That
they
is
didn't
true.
think it was a good. They didn't think it was a good idea to put the airport essentially in the center of the country.
Terrible.
Well,
Ish.
it's very selfish, but they just put it where they could shove it, out of the way.
I'd like to welcome a Flight Simulator fan, Benji Musi. Thank you for joining us. This is Flying with the Sarahs, and unfortunately, this user is suggesting that I fly in Costa Rica. That is not on the flight plan today, I'm afraid.
I
But
feel like we need Sarah to do like a voiceover of your exits are here, here, and here.
well, if
Oh,
this
that'd be cute.
if this works, maybe I should ask PacmanPilot to put together a Sarah plane for us. What do you think?
That would be cute.
That would be so cool.
Yes.
And you know what I theoretically could do, Caleb? Another plane in Flight Simulator is the Boeing 787-10. Now I don't know if that's the plane that you flew from Amsterdam, because I do think KLM flies it.
Yes, I flew KLM.
Okay, was it?
I don't know if that means anything, but KLM sounds familiar.
Okay, yeah. So it was a big blue airplane, right?
I think so.
But something. Oh, we're almost at the end. All right, so something we could do if we can get a Sarah skin, and obviously this will have to wait until I get back from my summer job. How about Edinburgh to Tokyo nonstop in Flight Simulator if we were really up for it?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
cool. That would be awful. That would take so long.
It would take so long.
It would be cool.
All right, so we are at the end of the runway, folks. So we're going to go through a few more checks. Once again, this is Flying with the Sarahs. And we're going to hold short of the hold short line coming up. I'm JR, being joined by Nef and Liz, and we also have Umi and Caleb and Kessho-Cho. The people help out with our mascot in various ways, and I really appreciate you guys all coming together tonight to join us. Okay, parking brake is on while I go.
Good. Good. That is good to know.
If you're gonna crash, do it now.
All
Well, if
right.
you crash with the parking brake on, you're pretty clever. I'll give you that.
All right.
That's talent.
So let's
Oh
go
my
through.
God.
We have a little pop-up here which tells us what we need to do before takeoff. Okay, auto brake is set to max. So that means if there's a rejected takeoff, the brakes will activate automatically. Spoilers. We're going to arm the spoilers. Let me show you what the spoilers are. So on the wing...
Spoilers. That's spoilers.
This plane has spoilers. God dang it.
Like a car?
Yeah. Look at the wing
Oh.
here, and you'll see we have spoilers that raise up like
Oh.
that. So have you
Oh,
ever
neat.
you ever wonder what
What do
that...
they do?
They will basically they're mostly used after you land, and it will help slow down the plane by deflecting the air that goes over the wing.
Ah, yeah.
You can also
That
use
makes
it
sense.
while you're flying to slow down your speed. And also we arm it so that, again, if for some reason we have to reject the takeoff, these will deploy automatically. So I'm going to lower those, and I'm going to arm the spoilers, which is by this little detent there. The next
I'm
thing we're
learning
going to
so
do...
much.
Flaps and
Right?
what's that?
We're learning so much.
Okay, so here's the wing. Now, in order to help us out, you may notice this when we take off, we have to add something called flaps. So what we're going to do is take the back end of this wing, and we're just going to change the shape of it just a little bit. So you can see it going down like that. And that will help us take off a little easier. If we were to use no flaps, it would be a little more difficult to take off. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is press the takeoff configuration. And that's normal. And then the last thing we're going to do is call the cabin.
Okay, you're a cabin. There we go.
and we've checked with our crew. The cabin is ready. All right. So let's go through our departure procedure one more time. Laxus 3. So upon takeoff, we would do a right turn, direct to this TT-502 waypoint, then direct locup as filed. Initial altitude is 5,000. All right. Performance. I've already plugged this in. Our flex temperature is 61 degrees, flaps 1, and 140 V1, 144 VR, 145 V2. So basically, what does that mean? So our speed is going to be on this side over here, and we are measured in knots. So we want to wait until 140 knots, and that is what we call the safe speed. So if there is a problem before 140 knots, we're going to throw on the brakes. 144, we pull back on the joystick and let the plane take off, and 145 is the safe speed. And the flex to temperature is 61. So that's what Airbus does on their planes. It's kind of a way to sort of cheat the engines and not give them full thrust. So theoretically, you can prolong the life of the engine by not giving the plane full thrust when you take off. So that's a little bit of my gibberish. You guys have any questions?
No, but I'm glad you know what you're talking about, because all of that was just Greek to me.
Yeah, I second all of that.
I'm just nodding and shaking my head, you know? I totally understand.
Sorry, I'll sit in the first class cabin, and you guys can fly the plane. I'm just gonna hide back here, okay?
Us
Yeah,
guys
just-
can fly the plane.
Just send my champagne back, thanks.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're doing that service. Okay, very good. Okay, so now parking brake off. I'm just gonna
Ooh.
I'm gonna write this in as we do this.
Dangerous game, that is.
Oh boy.
You knew the job was dangerous when you took it, JR.
Yeah. All right.
JR,
we're gonna-
I would just like to remind you that you asked us to be your passengers this evening.
Yes. Hey, I
You
got-
knew what you were getting yourself into.
I knew. Yeah, I knew. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Monty Python's Flying Circus. Yeah.
Then instead of 2 engines, we have to have 2 pairs of clip-clopping coconuts, right?
Exactly.
All right, we're on the runway. We're ready to take off. The parking brake is on. As I
Good.
go through my last checks, we're all set. All right, I think we are ready to proceed. So, this is flying with the Sarahs, and we're on our way from Tokyo to Osaka. After I take off, I'll try to turn on the autopilot as quick as I can so I could let you guys see the beautiful Tokyo. All right, here we go. Parking brakes released. Spooling up the engines. And we want to make sure that we have even power. Even power is good. And now I'm looking for a flex. Manflex 61. SRS runway auto thrust blue looking good.
This is giving me flashbacks to when I used to go on holiday.
Yeah, when you used to be able to go on holiday.
Oh, I haven't been on holiday in like over 10 years, so...
V1, rotate.
It's been so long since I've seen this view. This makes me very happy.
Positive rate. Gear up.
It was so pretty.
My ears are trying to pop.
It feels weird watching this, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm like, do I need to start like swallowing to stop my ears popping? What do I do?
Yeah, do a big yawn.
Chew some
Starting our
gum.
right turn.
Back in the headrest
This
going,
is so
who
weird.
sat in this headrest last? Ew.
Ew.
No, Neff, you're first class. It's fine. They're cleaned.
Lever climb.
No, you're
haven't
supposed
seen,
to
you
put
haven't
the
seen
tray
some of the first
up.
class passengers I've seen. Ugh.
Somebody
Autopilot.
didn't put their tray up as we took off.
Ew.
How dare they?
Let's take a look from outside. Oh, it's loud.
Well, that means the engines are working, JR. If it's suddenly silent, there's a big problem.
Flaps up.
If the engines stop working, just put the parking brake on. You'll be fine.
They just stop midair, you know? don't want to fall out the sky, just put it in park, you know?
Yeah, that's how it works, right?
You just pause it, yeah.
I like to imagine that we are really just the only people on this flight. Like, it's really empty.
Please.
Well, you know something? Let me see something real quick here. I gotta find something over here. There, Caleb, there you go.
Whoa. Oh,
Nice
yeah.
decorations on the engine.
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
it's really nice.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, I'm just looking out the window.
it's my default view.
Here's the other window.
Oh, I just like to move seats.
Now,
I prefer the aisle seat.
you like the L seat better?
Yeah, I mean, they're both fine, but I mean, I don't really care much for looking out the window. I just like to be able to get up when I need to go to the toilet.
I'll tell you what. Maybe we can. Yeah, I'm gonna act and play God a little bit and move these clouds up a little.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, the clouds are moving. Yeah!
Wow.
It's like, wait a minute, I only had the champagne before we took off. Was that 1? 2? Or, oh my god.
What did y'all put in this drink?
Oh, flying
I
really
asked for a
messes with
snifter
my
and not a
head.
dead drink.
Oh my! All right, so we're gonna clear low cup at or above 5,000. Our next is Tara at or above 9,000. So we're gonna start that climb now. Engage managed altitude. So we're gonna climb more now. And we're just gonna continue making that right turn. Now let's see what we can see on the right side of the plane then, huh?
Clouds.
Yeah, well, jeez. And Tokyo Bay, apparently.
I was going to say, yeah, where you would walk off the edge of the wing and just go splish.
Now, if you're watching the stream, oh, there we go. We can see the wind sail over there. If you guys are watching the stream on the top bar, you should hopefully see our progress going from RJTT, which is Tokyo, to RJOO, which is Itami Airport in Osaka. And it looks like we're ascending at a good clip. Let me see what some of the other
Okay, now, can you correct something for me, JR? Because you're showing it as RJTT, but when you book a flight to Narita, it's NRT. So is this like a regional, like a sub?
Oh no,
sub
okay.
Designation.
So so there are the two civil aviation authorities. One is the IATA and one is the ICAO. The IATA uses 3-letter codes, whereas the ICAO uses 4-letter codes. So where we took off from RJTT is Haneda, is also HND. Narita is RJAA or NRT. So when you're basically booking a ticket, you're looking for the 3-digit code if you want to cheat and not actually type out the name of the city. Although most people probably want to type it out anyway.
Because most people don't have those destinations memorized in their head.
Right. All right, so let's see. Where are we here? Let's consult our takeoff chart. Okay, we're going to hit Tara at 9,000. The next crossing restriction is Imola at 15,000 or above, Laxus at 17,000 and above. And what was our cruising altitude today? I forget. Let's go back to my dispatch. Our cruising altitude is 26,000 feet. We don't need to go too high because it's a relatively short flight. Okay, so Umi, I don't know if you can see, but we got Yokohama, the landmark tower over there.
Yay! Hi!
And the Yokohama
Waving.
Bay Bridge over there.
Yay!
You know what? As I'm climbing, I got to make the next restriction. So as I'm climbing, Let's see if I don't know if we can see it from the side there. Let me see. Where were we? Oh, you got a wing view? No, this doesn't help much. There we go. There we go. You can see Yokohama. There's Yokohama.
Hi.
So,
Yay.
let me head back to the cockpit here. All right, we're increasing our speed, which is good. So Caleb, I know you've been, you told us about your flights to Japan. Let's not talk about the flight. Let's talk about actually what you did there. What was your favorite part of being in Japan?
Oh, that is such a hard question. Honestly, everything was just so incredible. I've been wanting to go to Japan since I was like 9, and then I went, and it was a school trip. Of all
really?
the places you could go with your school. Yeah, I know,
wow.
right?
Nice.
It was so cool. I was like, okay, I have to go. There's no two ways about it. I have to go. It was so incredible. I mean, I think just like I really liked Harajuku. We went down Takashita-dori, and I was like, this is great. It was so cool.
Uh-huh.
It was just, it was everything I hoped it would be. And then I think probably one of my favorite places that I went was Team Lab Borderless, the place with the lights that I showed you the other day.
Oh yeah, that I'm jealous that you did.
It's so cool, honestly. Absolutely amazing.
Uh-huh.
I want to go back. It was so nice.
Umi, it looks like you have somebody to talk to the next time you decide to go back.
Yes, please.
And Kessho-Cho, you're still dreaming, right? You want to get there one day, right?
Yeah, gonna be living the dream one day. Just gotta get there.
That's fine. We can all win the lottery one day and have a big Sarah trip.
Oh, sign me up as of right now.
Yeah, I want to go back. I miss it so much.
Same. I want to go in the fall next time. When I went the first time, it was spring. It was like April. So it was still pretty cool, which was strange to me. Because it was April.
I went 2 years ago, sort of. Two years ago, like last week. It was great. Got all my like memories popping up on Facebook.
Oh, that's the best, but also the worst.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, it's been 2 years already.
I went in 2016, and it seems like it was forever ago, so I need to go back like ASAP.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be asking you guys for like tour destinations of where to go.
Oh, I'll send you like the list. I'll find the list of places that we went, and I'll send you if you want.
Oh, go for it. Might as well start planning.
It was like a plan for the week, and on well, as I was packing, because I was really meticulously planning my outfit. So next to each like day, the sort of activities we were doing, I wrote down what I was going to wear, and I like sort of matched up my outfit with the vibe of the day. So when we went to Miraikan, the place with all the robots and stuff, I had my Stark Industries t-shirt and like a whole bunch of like space jewelry, and then we went to the Pokemon Center and I had all of my Pokemon clothes on. It was so fun.
No. I will say this though. Even if you end up planning a lot of stuff, you're gonna end up not doing half of it. Because you're gonna end up seeing other stuff and be like, oh, I want to go do that instead. And then poof, next thing you know, it's like 8 p.m.
Flax has gifted Kessho-Cho, a tier 1 sub. Thank you very much.
Oh my god, I'm not on Twitch, but thank you so much, Flex. That's really sweet of you.
And also to Kaldeth, apparently, as well. All right.
All of the gift subs are happening tonight. I had someone gift a sub on my stream. This is awesome.
I noticed. I'm going to actually pause this 1 sec. I noticed we're getting a lot of wind noise. I'm just going to try to back down the sound just a little bit. Aircraft engines,
But
aircraft...
did you put the brakes
Environment, maybe?
Yeah, I brought the environment down. I'm just going to see what this does. A little bit of help. Okay. Alright. We got 2,000 feet to go. Almost at 26,000 feet, so... the seatbelt sign is now off. You're free to move about the cabin. But if...
Oh, perfect.
Oh, I can stretch my legs.
but don't stretch them too much because we'll have to be descending very soon.
Time to
Oh,
find
I'll
out
be-
where the parking brake lever's at.
I'll be running up and down the aisle.
It's here, by the way.
It's like a handbrake.
Yeah. Now,
It looks more
technically,
like a
now
switch.
the handbrake would be the spoilers if we were to get to that point. All right, we are.
Don't want to deploy them right now.
No.
That'd be bad.
All right, let's see what we are here. Oh, we're moving right along here. So now, we're going to be passing over the Izu Peninsula now. Okay. So over here is Atami, very famous hot spring town. You may have heard Atami in the news in the last few days, unfortunately, because there was a very bad mudslide situation over there. But Atami is one place that I stopped in on my way to Kyoto on the last trip. I told Caleb this, I think. But the last time I was in Japan, 2017, what I did was, instead of taking the bullet train, I basically took local trains all the way to Kyoto. Sort of tracing the old Tokaido Road, if you will. And so in Atami, there are a lot of hot springs, and one of the things you can do is just hop outside of the train station, and there is a free hot spring foot bath. So you can
That's
just
cool.
you can dunk your feet in there and relax.
Oh, please.
Nice.
And I have a video of that on YouTube on my Jose's travel tips channel, or well, I forget what it's called, but I have a separate YouTube channel separate from XAR, which has a travelogue of my trip to Japan in 2017, and that included filming for an NHK show. I was on NHK, and you might be able to see it now if you look it up online. I was on a show that's since been discontinued called J-Trip Plan. It's geared towards people who want to plan trips to the land of the rising sun, obviously. And I did a segment on basically how to take trains in Japan. For a guy like me, that was kind of a simple topic. So I show you how to use a contactless card to go through turnstiles, how to look for trains, how to properly behave when boarding trains, and I tell the story in my little segment about my first trip to Japan and how I was naive and I got off the train. It was the same train that Caleb took, I think, the Narita Express. And I got off at Tokyo Station, but at Tokyo Station, the platforms are underground. So you have to go up about 4 floors of escalators or elevators to get up to the main level. I didn't know that there were elevators, so I decided to take escalators, and I decided to lug all my luggage with me. And somebody in front of me was slow to get off. I tripped on the escalator at the very top, and all of my luggage came tumbling down. And lucky enough, the people behind me were able to avoid me. So, rookie Gaijin mistake number 1 was that.
Oh my gosh. You were very lucky.
Not good.
No. So, since then, I've learned to use what's called takohaibin or takubin. It's basically Japanese for luggage delivery service. And what the luggage delivery service basically does is you pay a small fee, and it's kind of like UPS or I don't know what the system in a big company is in the UK. I guess they use Purolator or Parcel Force or something like that. So something like that for luggage. And that's all that they basically do is ship luggage and parcels all across Japan. So let's say you want to go, your next hotel is in Kyoto, and you're in Tokyo. So you could just go to your hotel front desk, or they have storefronts, which I ended up doing on the last trip. Leave your luggage there that you want forwarded, and you pay like maybe $15-20, and it shows up at your destination the next day. And this way you don't have to lug your luggage all around with you.
Oh my god, that's worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
That scares me though. I lost my luggage on the way, on the way back home when I arrived home, and so I had to get things. So they had to find it and deliver it to me. So it was a big mess up with the flights and stuff. So honestly, the idea of having my luggage in the hands of like someone else is terrifying. Like, but I want my clothes back. I can't bear to part with it.
Well, see, this is what you do. Anytime you do something like that, you always pack a carry-on bag of like essential stuff, and then you have your luggage like wherever. Yeah. That way you at least have. Yeah, at least you have like one pair of clothes and like your toothbrush and stuff.
Still hated it though.
Ooh, so here we have, we're just over the mountains north of Shizuoka. Shizuoka, known for its production of green tea. So if you enjoy green tea and it's from Japan, chances are, for the most part, it could come from this area. Although if you want the more expensive green tea, it comes from Kyoto. Now, Caleb, when you went to Japan, did you visit Kyoto?
No, it was just Tokyo.
Oh, I see. If you guys like classical stuff and you want something different from Tokyo, I would suggest Kyoto. If you want something nearby Kyoto that's for a more modern, more hip taste, go to Osaka.
I feel like we went to Osaka, but I might be wrong because a lot of places sound the same in my head.
Really?
Yeah, we went there. I don't even know, because Tokyo is huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll do some Googling and I'll find out.
Okay. Did you? Well, maybe I could help answer. Did you take a bullet train while you were there?
No.
Okay. If you did not take a bullet train, then there's no way you could have gone to Kyoto unless maybe you were flying on a flight like this. Or you could have taken a bus. That's another possibility.
Oh, it's like on the other side. Okay, never mind. It's definitely not what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah, no, never mind. Yeah, never mind.
Okay. But, no, Osaka is wonderful. Odaiba
was where we went.
Odaiba.
It starts with an O.
Oh,
it starts with an O, so that's why I got confused.
Okay, Odaiba is spectacular. You could easily waste a day there.
Yeah. Oh man, I've just got like a map of Tokyo up, and I'm just remembering all the places I went. It's so cool. We went to Roppongi Hills shopping place, and it was so cool.
Wow.
Oh man. And like, all of the shopping. I love shopping.
Yeah. Osaka. Oh, I tell you something you have to do, and I kind of get a kick out of every time I go. If you show up at a department store when it opens, then you'll see that the clerks will all come out and will welcome everybody with a microphone, like making a nice little speech to everybody. And at the stroke, let's say it opens at 10 o'clock. At the stroke of 10 o'clock, they'll open the doors to let everybody in. And for the first 2 minutes of the store opening, all the store clerks and the sales clerks will be standing in a line on the aisle where people walk, and they'll all bow to you as you pass.
Wow,
That is
that's
so
crazy.
lovely.
I feel like when I go to Japan, I'm going to be one of these people that has to pack like a collapsible suitcase just to come home with, because I'm going to buy so much stuff.
I bought so much
Buy
stuff.
luggage there. Just buy luggage there.
Exactly. That's what I did once, actually.
Oh, I'm doing that.
A lot of airlines, even if you fly coach, have generous checked baggage allowances. Usually 2 checked bags. So if you can make it with maybe 1 checked bag, then you can easily, check 2 bags on the way back home.
And the trick is to buy 2 suitcases. You can do even the same style, but make one slightly bigger than the other. So then you pack them both. You pack the one inside the other, and then pack your stuff into that. And then when you're coming back, you separate them out with the stuff that you bought in the other bag.
But make sure you can carry all of that all at the same time.
I have a boyfriend, it's fine.
I was just about to say, just get your friends to carry your stuff.
This is what an airline porter is for, okay? I will freely admit that. That's what an airline porter is for.
Oh, I just remembered something completely irrelevant. It's definitely about Japan, but it just popped into my head as I was looking at this map. And one of the coolest things to me, one of the most random things I got excited about, was going to 7-Eleven.
Yes.
Because, like, we don't have that here.
Oh yeah,
And
of course.
Like, I got to Japan and I was like, oh my god, you guys, there's a 7-Eleven. I have to go. And every time I saw one, I just got so unbelievably excited. Because I was like, that is so cool.
Well, okay. Imagine this. I went to Japan in 2013, quite a while ago now, and one morning I needed breakfast before I met up with JR and his companions. So I decided I'm going to be adventurous and go out by myself and get my own breakfast. So I knew there was a 7-Eleven. But look at, stupid Canadian trying to figure out, using Google Translate and scanning the packages, what am I trying to buy and will it poison me?
Oh, I feel that so much. Oh my goodness.
It's like, okay, I can't buy this. I can't. Okay, this I can eat. Yeah, okay. And I swear to God, the guy at the counter was just like going, tourist.
Oh man, I spent my entire week in Japan eating like different Japanese variations on just fried chicken and stuff.
Oh
Because
boy.
I have got bland eating taste, but I wanted to eat like Japanese food. But so I had maybe, there was 3 times that I had like chicken cooked in the Japanese way, and then the rest of the time I just had to eat McDonald's and pizza. And I felt so bad. I was like, I came to Japan and I want to experience the culture.
And you ate chicken nuggets.
I just like chicken nuggets. I felt, man, everybody else was going so adventurous. They were having all sorts of things, and I'm like, right, this is fried chicken, right? Is there anything else in it? Do you promise?
You got to have your KFC and pose in front of the Colonel Standard statue.
No, I don't like KFC. I really don't like KFC. So I just, like, it was McDonald's random pizza from like Italian restaurants and like Japanese fried chicken, which was really good.
Oh, the Japanese fried chicken, don't get me wrong, is awesome.
Yeah, but it's the only Japanese thing I ate. Like, and all the snacks and everything, I had to get all my friends to like taste them first to make sure they weren't too interesting.
Oh.
Let me interrupt you real quick. MikaZelda is back. Mika, if you want to join us, look for the appropriate Discord voice chat. We are halfway at this point, flying from Tokyo to Osaka, a very random route, or not a very random route, a very normal route in Japan for domestic travel. And we're flying Hatsune Miku Airlines, as you can see. We're using the Hatsune Miku jet. Looks like, we are coming up on Nagoya and Ise Bay here on the right side. And that means at some point we're going to have to start descending to land.
That was a very quick flight.
Well, yeah, like I said, Caleb, if we had the time next time and we could get a Sarah airplane skin together, we'll do the long distance flight. We'll take off, we'll go to bed, and then we'll wake up and we'll land the plane.
My God.
Oh my goodness. That's going to be really weird, but fair enough.
That's what autopilot's for.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just put the brake on if you get bored.
Or here's another thought, though I don't know, maybe my computer can handle it. But I know in Steam you can only play one game at a time. But if I were to download the entire Jackbox library on Epic Games, could I play that separately?
I have no idea how that would work. It might.
It might, right?
Give you something to do while you're on a long flight.
Maybe if you play it on a different platform, like instead of your computer, play it like on your phone or something.
Uh-huh. Not possible. I'm just looking to see when we're going to start our descent. It's coming up soon, I think. Let me look at the chart.
I love the fact there's a coffee cup right there. It's like, wait a minute. Isn't that a bad thing to have your pilot hopped up on caffeine?
And
you gotta stay awake sometimes.
You don't know how many flights they've been on today.
Yeah, let's see. Which is the spiked button that you're pushing here? No. But you know something? I looked this up. It was too late for me to add it. Apparently, somebody made a cup with Hatsune Miku on it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
So the next time we fly this jet, it probably won't be something like Edinburgh to Tokyo because there's not enough range. But if we fly this jet long range enough, maybe I could load that back in. All right. I think we're going to start our descent here in just a little bit. I want to look at the map range. 60. Yeah, we're going to start our descent now. So our descent from 26,000 feet, and we're going to descend to, I think, 6,000. Engage manage altitude. We're going to start our descent now.
Put your seatbelts on, people.
Oh, forgot it. Seatbelts on. Thank you.
Oh, right, so I have to put my tray up. I'll put the tray up.
You say as we all like fly about the cabin.
Yeah.
Just whee!
We get turbulence.
Whiplash.
Stopping. That's what's gonna get you.
Oh no!
It's the parking brake.
Oh my god.
Actually, I want to set the minimum altitude to 8,000. So 8,000 is going to be our altitude. That is our minimum for this route here. If we go below 8,000 feet, this is what this means here. If I close this here. We're on this line. This is like a real-life aviation map that the pilots will use. So these are all the approved, kind of like the M1s or the I-80s of the sky, basically. So,
it's a sky motorway.
Exactly. Remember watching the old Jetsons movie from the 90s? The 101, the 202, and the 303? It's something like that.
Ah, yeah.
But, all right, so this red indicates that the minimum safe altitude is 8,000 feet. Anything less than 8,000 feet, we're liable to crash into one of those mountains up ahead.
Well, we don't want that.
No.
No, that would kind of suck.
That would be less than adequate, but I mean, I'd tolerate it if it happened.
Yeah, right?
We could maybe try and land on the top of one of the mountains, maybe?
Oh, that would be cool.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, all we gotta do is throw the brakes on when we get to the top, right?
Right, you just need to use the parking brake. Come on.
Oh, you know what? I'm not sure any of us could be allowed to fly a plane.
No.
Actually, it's a good idea. We're gonna slow the plane down a little bit here.
You need to get some Sarah co-pilots, and then we just mess up your whole flight.
Right. We're just there, like, fixing wigs, taking photos, and...
Like, oh, the seatbelt button? Which one's that? And then we press the complete wrong thing in the plane.
The eject
or
button.
something. Yeah.
Pop open the doors. Poing. Oops, we pop open the doors. Yikes.
Now, why did they put those two buttons so close next to each other?
Well,
Here
are the batteries. Yeah, right here.
Or press the brake when what you really want is the acceleration.
Yeah. Well, actually, if you actually try to open the doors while you're flying, it will end the game. It will say you have caused critical damage to your aircraft, and that's from decompression.
Oh,
No.
Well...
So like that scene from Goldfinger, you know, where Goldfinger takes that final leap out the window.
Oh, no.
It's a little quieter now outside, so we can... okay, so this is... looks like we're over Yokkaichi or thereabouts, and we're going to be cutting across. All right, so let's see here. I think we'll be making this... it might be a little high, but we'll see where we are by the time we hit that little restriction there. But eventually, let me go back to the chart here. And let's see. All right, Mirai at or above 6,000. Ikoma at or above 3,000. Okay, actually, we might still be in good shape, actually. So, and then ILS 32 left, which is the instrument landing system, which we will arm on the approach. And this is basically guidance that will bring us into the runway. So I've set up the landing procedures, and what we're going to do is something we would normally not do on a good flying weather like this. We would do this if the weather was really, really awful. And what we're going to do is auto land the plane. So the plane's going to land on its own.
Oh, God.
So that means we don't get to press the parking brake ourselves?
No, we do get to press the brakes after we land, and then we get to press the parking brake.
Oh, okay.
So in other words, what we're avoiding is the one time I flew into Zurich, and it was a pilot of a plane who bounced the plane 3 times.
Ouch.
3 times.
I'm sorry, what?
Till we
Oh,
came
dear.
down and stayed down.
On purpose?
Wow.
He said,
What?
quote, "It was over the intercom. It was my first flight. How did I do?"
Oh, no.
SARS, buddy.
Wow.
Now, at this point, my mom, who's a very nervous flyer, has grabbed onto my left arm and almost torn it off during this landing.
You know, that's totally acceptable. Fair enough.
She was not happy.
I don't blame her.
Yeah,
Well,
neither
I
do
figured
I.
after the second bounce, I'm like, we're going to stop at some point. I mean, we can't just keep bouncing down the runway, right? Right?
You would be wrong.
Yikes.
So 16,000 feet. We're getting there. I think we'll be okay. But we still have enough fuel, so if for some reason the autoland doesn't work, we can try to land in another airport.
Well, I like the fact you took off and there was only 40% of the fuel in the tanks. I'm going, why is he only taking off with 40%?
Well.
Must be a short flight. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Are you not supposed to have a full tank? Is that not how it works?
Yeah, well, if you're flying a long distance, then you need a fuller tank. But if you are not flying a long distance, it depends on the range of the plane. So it's actually a lot easier if you actually carry not a full tank. You just want to carry enough fuel to get to your destination, and then a little extra just in case you run into a problem.
You know, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Barometric pressure enabled, so we're continuing our descent. Ooh, let's see here. Next destination is Mirai. We might be... Well, we're not going to be too high, I think. Let me go back to this chart here. Max 2 north, 35. Okay, when we get to Ikoma... Where is this guy over here? Come on, give me the right chart. At Ikoma, we have to be at 3,500 feet. So that's the major restriction. So 13,000 now. Let's see. How are we compared to the rest of the flight? Ikoma is at 20 miles. $27 miles. All right. I'm going to try to... It's going to Ikoma. Ooh, it's a little buggy. Because now this line is kind of skewed a little bit. But we're on the we're on the right path. Although what I think we're going to do, just to be on the safe side, is I think we're going to fly a hold. So what we're going to do is... The hold is... I got to go back to the other chart. The hold is maximum 6,000. Okay. So what we're going to do is... My heading now is 295 degrees. So we're going to start making a turn to the right now. And we are now flying what's called a hold. So if you ever go in circles... This is basically what a holding pattern is. And this time I'm just doing a holding pattern for the purpose of, you know, bleeding off some altitude here.
I am learning so much. It's so cool.
So as long as we stay at 8,000 feet, we're going to be fine. And then eventually,
if we go lower, we'll hit a mountain. Is that right?
If we go lower, we'll probably hit that or one of these golf courses here. Yeah.
We can land on the golf course, right? I mean, it's lots of empty space.
Yeah,
That's quite, that would give new meaning to the term hole in one, though.
What'd you say, Nev?
I said that would give new meaning to the term of hole in one.
Oh, plane in one.
That would be so impressive, though.
Nobody's done it yet, so you gotta be the first.
We can be the first.
All right, now we're going to turn back to our course, which I think was like 285 or something like that. We are at 8,000 feet. That's a good sign. And we want to keep the airspeed the way it is. Now, some planes, they'll actually do an auto descent for you, but they haven't modeled it in this jet yet. But normally, you would they would give you like a top of descent, and then it would, assuming you don't follow air traffic control, because there is an air traffic control in the game, but it's very, very buggy, which is why I don't use it. You can just follow that. All right. I think this will put us back on course. We're at 8,000, so as soon as we finish our turn, we'll continue the descent.
views are amazing out the windows.
I like how in the interior shot you can actually see the sun moving across the panels like that.
Oh, yeah.
The shadows.
Yeah.
I'm going, oof, that's impressive.
That's
Yeah.
very cool.
We need to do a night flight next.
Yes.
Well, let's see.
As someone who enjoys taking like the train at night, I am 100% down for a flight at night.
Doing flights at night are always fun because you get to see the city like in a different way because all you can see is just the street light. So everything's like you can see all the connections and everything. It's kind of cool.
Oh wow.
All right. Well, you know what? I am playing God, so, you know, I could just drag this slider over. Should I do that?
What will
No,
the
you
slider
played it-
do?
That will
You
make
played
it
by the book so
nighttime.
far.
Oh yes, do it.
Oh wow, this flight suddenly took a lot longer than I thought it was gonna take.
Oh crap, they ran out of champagne about 4 hours ago. I'm sober.
Oh man.
Hold on.
How have they got this much fuel?
Now it's too dark, so I got to turn on the lights in here. What are we going to...
Let me find the light switch in the dark.
All
Click.
right.
Oh crap, there's the parking brake.
Oh no, not the eject button.
All right. Let's see where we are here. We're at 6,000. We want to go down to 3,000 now. And I want to turn to the right. So this will hopefully put us on the automatic approach up, and actually, there's the airport right there.
Wow.
Aha.
Hey.
Ta-da!
That is beautiful.
Hey, Mika.
Hi.
I'm sorry you joined us this late.
No, I've been here. Like I've been here for like the last 20 minutes.
It's quite a while, yeah.
I just snuck right in.
How you doing?
I'm tired, but I'm doing good. We're getting ready to go into Tech Week for the show, so time.
Right.
I've already warned everybody. Hey, if my insanity is a little like if my attitude is not to your liking, I'm sorry. I'm really stressed. It's Tech Week. I'm a stage manager. Get over it for a week. Give it a week. Give it a week. I'll be better.
Oh, I hate Tech Week. It's so stressful.
Yeah, this whole show has been stressful. It's the first year that this group has done a production, and we had to be super ambitious and did Romeo and Juliet set in the 1920s. So it's all kinds of all over the place. They took on too much. Production team did.
Yeah, it sounds it.
So it's been stressing me out. It's been stressing the other stage manager out. Just I can't imagine like everybody else. So
2,500.
All right, we're turning onto the approach. We are flying to Itami Airport. Okay, so get
I'm
our
just
arm.
mesmerized by the lights. Sorry.
What's that?
I'm just mesmerized by all the lights.
They're so pretty.
I put an add-on for Osaka, so I wonder if it's gonna come up. That's might be why the simulator might be lagging here a little bit. But we want which one would we want? 32 left. So we're landing on the runway to the left, and we're going to auto land the plane. Let's see how we're looking outside. Oh. There's downtown Osaka, which you can't see much, but there it is. Maybe we can see it a little bit. Maybe, oh yeah, you see it's lagging a
There
little
you go. Yeah.
It'll hopefully, I'm surprised it's not lit up, but the buildings are modeled there.
That is so pretty.
So pretty. I love it.
Yeah, right. All right, we're capturing the glide slope, and we're gonna arm the second autopilot. That will change to Cat 3 Dual, which it is. And this is what the landing system is. It's basically these two diamonds coming together in the middle. So one is the glide slope, which controls up and down, and then the localizer is left and right, and they kind of work together. All right, now we're gonna start getting the calls for the approach here. Ooh, look! I don't want to take my eyes off the approach too much, but you can see all the buildings that they've rendered over here. How about that, huh?
Wow.
Nice.
All right, so now I'm going to... We're going to lower the airspeed. Lower the flaps. Yeah, it's overspeed. We're slowing the plane down, don't worry. There we go.
I was going to say, my car usually bings at me when I drive too fast. I just tell it
Ours
to shut
does
up.
it when you've not put your seatbelt on.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In my car, in my fiance's car, it's so sophisticated that it'll even and the car will even scream at you if the backseat passengers don't have their seatbelts on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
It's a 2021 for you.
Mm-hmm. They want to protect you from everything, including yourself.
Yep.
Some people need that kind of protection, though. They need to be on that level.
Yeah.
Yeah, including Mama Canuck, who keeps unbelting the seatbelt before I've stopped the car. I keep telling her, don't do that. I can undo the seatbelt when I want to.
Just pretty sure you can't, but sure, Mom.
Okay.
I'm like,
You can, but should you?
you want to bounce around if I have to stop suddenly? I guess that's on you. Ugh.
Here's Osaka.
Hello! Look at the river!
Oh, I want to go so bad.
All right, so now I'm listening for the computer to call out the heights until I land, and then it's gonna yell retard, and that means to retard the throttles. I will bring the throttles back to idle. Inhibit. I think we're good to go. We are cleared to land.
So cool. Even the runway looks pretty.
At night especially, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
All right, auto land, and it's gonna flare and land on its own, and then all I have to do is deactivate the autopilot after I land.
Can you change the camera?
I could.
Ooh.
The tail is lit up nice.
That's cool.
I gotta listen to the calls though.
Oh.
100.
Whee!
100 above. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Retard.
10. 5.
Versus spoilers.
I love that sound. That means you're gonna get off the plane soon and be at your destination.
Now you can have a shower because you're probably, well, I mean, obviously a 1 hour flight's actually fine, but after a 9 hour flight, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Circulated air. Ew.
It's the worst.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say have a shower, I did mean to say breathe the normal air.
Let's turn on some
Well, that
lights.
too. I mean, you know.
Also that.
Oh, yeah.
And all we have to do now is find the gate, wherever it is.
Well, in the dark, you just look for the biggest lit up thing, you would think, right?
Yeah.
right. I should look at the map real quick. Oh, I see the terminals up here. Okay. These are the terminals right here. Hey, look, I see some gates.
Oh, there they are.
Hey.
Hello.
So.
No, B.
Ha ha ha. Watch out for this random guy driving a forklift in the middle of the terminal. That's nice.
In the dark.
Not really well lit up. I mean, that's pretty puny lighting.
Let's see. All right.
He just looks like a little bot.
We're gonna aim for this one over here.
We'll just pick random terminal X, you know. Passengers, you just have to walk.
Brilliant.
Parking brake set. We are
Yay!
Yay!
We did it!
Yay!
We made it up and down in one piece.
here. Yeah,
I'm
right?
clapping.
Somehow.
Well done.
Somehow. There's confidence for you, JR. There's none.
I know, I was talking about the rest of us. Just randomly pushing buttons and stuff.
Just running into the cockpit every now and again. I wonder what this button does.
Great.
JR's just like, no!
Don't push that one.
You could turn off these switches. These would turn off the engines.
Oh god.
Sounds like a button I have to press. My brain
Yeah,
won't let me
that's-
leave without pressing the button.
That is a very intriguing button you've got there.
At 20,000 feet? Ugh.
It'd be a shame
It'd be
if
a shame
somebody
if somebody
pressed it.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
I like
If you
our
ever
brain.
thought you had control of the flying circus, JR, you're dead wrong.
Okay. Look, I'm touching the buttons. Engine off, engine off.
Yay!
Yay!
And now
You gotta explore your inner child. Press the off button while you're in the air.
Alright, so
Be
now,
an agent of chaos.
so now we're here. You know, we can call for the baggage if he's there. We can call for the catering if he's there. And there they are. Here comes the catering, and here comes the baggage.
My baggage better be there. What you do with my luggage, bruh?
Wow.
Luggage
sassy.
magically winks out of existence. Oh, crap. You subcontracted Air Canada again, didn't you? No.
Jeez. So now this is all part of the bells and whistles that they add to this flight simulator. You can get a catering truck. You can get the baggage offloaded and whatnot. So. But, yeah, I hope you guys had a wonderful time tonight. I know I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah, it was great.
It was nice to chat about our interest in Japan and Japanese culture and to talk about Sarah Yoshida and whatnot. Very, very nice. I really, really appreciate you guys coming. And Mako, you too, despite, you know, joining us on the final approach, we really appreciate it.
Yep, definitely.
Yep. So we'll let these guys offload the luggage, and then we'll call it a night. Although I think this guy is aimed. Oh yeah, what was that? Did you see that?
I don't think that's supposed to happen.
Oh no! And what's not supposed to happen? We're not supposed to load more baggage. We're supposed to load baggage off.
He didn't hit the parking brake fast enough. That's what happened.
Oh man, the
Oh,
world's all
jeez.
crumbling.
That's what happens, man.
Oh man. Well,
Parking
anyway.
brake is what holds us all together.
All right. So we really appreciate you guys joining us here for Flying with the Sarahs. From the looks of it, it's definitely something we're going to have to do in a couple of months after I come back. And if Caleb has anything to do with it, it's going to be 10 hours Edinburgh to Tokyo, I think.
Oh, I don't blame it on me. It wasn't my idea.
Well, you're the inspiration.
Oh, well, thank you.
So let me go around the horn real quick. Yeah, Caleb, first to you. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us at this very early, late hour, as I say.
That's all good, you know.
I really appreciate
It was fun.
Yeah, thank you, and I really like hearing about your stories about Japan on our live stream. Really appreciate it. Kessho-Cho, thank you so much for staying up for us tonight and for
You're very welcome.
sharing your thoughts about Japan as well. Mika, I said thank you for the final approach. Umi, thank you for joining us here tonight and sharing your stories.
Yo.
And Liz and Nef, as always. Hopefully we'll be doing some more Twitch streams as far as regular random gameplay goes in a couple of weeks or so. Maybe even next week after I get set up upstate.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
And Nef, I know I'll just be real quick. Since we did our podcast last week, you've had your second shot. How do you feel?
Unfortunately, Moderna does the exact same thing to me that Pfizer does. The very next day, 6 pounds of poop in a 1 pound bag.
Oh my god.
I basically got out of bed to put in my eye drops, take in fluids, and that was it. I literally was just, bed and me were just at the hip.
Okay. Now
I
when
went back to work on Monday. Ugh.
Now, when you say Moderna acting the same way as Pfizer, did they give you two different vaccines? They didn't do that.
Yes.
They did?
Yes. Up here in Canada, they've determined through the health authorities that it's completely safe to mix Pfizer and Moderna.
They're both MR. What is it?
mRNA vaccine.
Yeah, that's it. They're both
Yeah.
those, so that's why it's okay, according to some people.
Yeah, they say it's the equivalent, to make it simple, of Coke and Pepsi.
Yeah, I got Moderna. I was perfectly fine after May.
I look at it this way. Neither Coke nor Pepsi makes me feel that bad, no matter how much I drink. Yeah. But
Have you
know,
tried?
Man.
yes, actually I did. Once.
Well, we hope you guys will join us for our streams all summer long, and more flying and possibly streaming with the Sarahs as well. But the ways you can reach us on social media, on the online realm, are on your screen right now. Email extremeanimeradio@gmail.com. Our link tree, linktr.ee/animeradio, with links to Anchor, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, our Discord, and our YouTube. And I am recording this, so I'm wondering if this whole session might be going to YouTube at some point, so everybody can watch and enjoy.
Why not?
Oh dear.
Parking brake.
Oh!
Monty Python's Flying Circus. Oh.
Sarah's trying to sabotage the plane.
I'll have to add to the credits a bunch of llamas put this together. That's the opening credits to the Holy Grail was made by llamas, right? After the others got sacked.
You ignore the moose, though. What about the moose?
Oh, that's right.
You gotta have the moose before the llamas.
Then you have to make a joke about which plane is faster.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Well, yeah. In that case, the next flight's gonna be flying with the Sarahs in an F-18 or something like that.
That would be a pretty cramped cockpit. I got news for you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, we
We'll
just
make it happen.
well, we just have to get somebody to refuel us along the way, and then we'll be in good shape.
Just cut the
You
parking
are
brake line.
Oh,
Be fine.
will ya? This
Oh
is
my
gonna,
goodness.
this is gonna be a
Never
running
be allowed
meme.
on a plane.
The
What'd you say,
parking brake
Caleb?
meme, ladies and gents.
Oh,
We should never be allowed on a plane.
It's not in the cockpit.
oh, jeez.
That's why there's a locked door in the cockpit now. Now I know.
Because
Without
of
the
the Sarahs.
Beat them back. Beat them back.
Well, on that happy note, I think it's time to disembark. So, thank you again, everybody, for making this a wonderful evening of flying in Flight Simulator and reminiscing and talking about Extreme Anime Radio and Sarah Yoshida. For Caleb and Kessho-Cho and MikaZelda and NefCanuck and Liz and Umi, I'm JR. Thank you for watching, everybody, in our Twitch stream. Thank you so much for watching tonight. And as per usual, apply your parking brake and remember.
Keep on looking out for the Extreme Mario Twitch streams, and we'll see you next time.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.